Page 22, Square Dance. At the top of the page, they're talking a little bit about form, musical forms. I've talked a little bit about it because I talked about introductions and codas and things on there. That has to do with form. But here, the sections, so I don't really teach this stuff in a repertoire book. I do it in the method book, so up here. But just briefly, they're telling you the form, and they want you to label them so that you have an introduction, section A, section B, section A, and a coda. They're telling you, you wouldn't have to figure them out. Well, the introduction apparently is the first line. Now remember I said before that an introduction is just an introductory getting ready for the piece, and a lot of times you can leave out the introduction and go fine. Here the introduction is an important part of the piece. You got words in there, so you can't leave out the introduction very well here. But the first line is the introduction. And then A is this melody. Section A is this. This melody. Then when you get to section B, it's a different melody. Like at measure 13. That's a different melody. So that would be section B. And then over on page 23, when you get to measure 21 again, you're back to the melody you had for section A. So that's B section A again. And then the last line at measure 29 there, this, similar to the introduction, well, that then would be the coda, or the tag, the ending. And this coda, again, you don't want to leave off, because a lot of times the coda, you can leave it off, it's fine. But not always. Here, for instance, you want to leave it on. They didn't put double bars between the sections. They could have, but they didn't. All right. Doesn't affect how we play it. We just play it all through. Generally, I go looking at the sections a little more once I'm familiar with the melodies and all involved. Then I'm in a position to hear the melodies and figure out where the sections are better. But I did that first this time. Oh well. Now let's look this over. We got just 2 pages long, treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature, quarter notes and half notes and whole notes and dotted half notes. We've had all that before. And take it one head at a time to make sure we got the hands working okay. In the right hand, you're starting 5th finger on G. That puts your hand in this position. Quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to rest for 4 beats while the left hand gets to have fun. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now measure 5. You have a C and a G together. Lowering the whole hand down. Don't hold the hand still and try and use the fingers. That doesn't work. Just a hand down, and then a D and a G. See, the bottom note's changing, but you're doing a G on the top each time. On the measure 9, you just get a C and a G, and you hold that down for the whole line. Okay, we can handle that, I hope. Measure 13, quarter notes. Okay, let's go over to measure 29, and that's similar to the introduction. Then the last 2 measures. Now reach up, just reach up to the octave. It's an octave. And you can do this, but I recommend you learn to feel your way around the keyboard, and feeling that octave is important. So I'm asking you to reach up and feel that first and then play it. Left hand. You're starting out at G here. And you just have 3 G's on the first line. Okay. Measure 5, you have a C and a G. You're holding that down for the whole line. Okay. Measure 9, now you get the melody. C and a G and D. It's the same melody the right hand had. Make sure you can connect these notes. Let's look at measures 11 and 12. I want to connect these notes here. That's melody. I'm just adding the G to it. So here and here. I'm going from here to here. Don't lift up. No. See, I play by weight. I just transfer weight from finger to finger. I'm here, transferring it down. Here, except when I get to here, I'm actually putting weight on 2 fingers. So I'm going from this finger to both fingers. I want to connect them, is what I'm after. And the measure 13, it's an F and a G together. held down for, no, whatever, I don't know. Put the hands together. Well, the first line, that's one hand over the other. Measure 5, it's here, all 4 notes down. Then you're holding the left hand down. And then measure 9 is the other way, hold the right hand down. Okay, measure 13, hold the left hand down. Okay, measure 19, here, half notes, and then here, and then together. That'll be fun. This part on measure 20 quarter notes is okay. Hopefully you can do that. Connect this. Connect measure 20 to 21. That slur, in my opinion, should go on. Both hands. I'm going to connect both hands. I'm going to go from here to here. We already talked about this in the left hand. Now it's the right hand. I'm going to here. We got 4 notes down. You go through and put the hands together, and they go back through the trouble spots, work on those, get rid of the hesitations. And when you feel you're ready, you might try the articulation. We have staccatos, we got the slurs and stuff, whatever stuff is, and we have accents. I'm hinging at the wrist on the staccatos, they're short. Connect. Now, between measure 2 and 3, lift up. You don't connect, I don't recommend it. Lift. And then lift up. It's a new phrase. And here, stick on. The rest you have to lift up. And the same thing in measure 9. Okay. Measure 13. Connect. Lift up. Go ahead and lift up. And then lift up. So lifting up like taking a breath. When we get to measure 19, now accents, play them a little louder. So, last line, measure 29, staccatos. Staccato. Connect. It's a staccato and an accent, a little extra. And you don't need to connect them. So you can lift up. You can put a little silence between there. It's okay. Then dynamics, well, forte, F at the beginning, it's both hands because it's all melody. Whatever you think loud is. And then when you get measure 5, you come down a little bit to mezzo forte or moderately loud. That's the right has melody. This, play it softly. Not too softly because it's got to last the whole line, but under the right hand. And then measure 9, you switch them. Now the left hand's going to be moderately loud, and the right hand's going to be soft. Then measure 13, back to the right hand. Mezzo piano's moderately soft, left hand's soft. And you stay there until measure 19 when it's loud, but the accents take them up to very loud for those accented notes. And then you moderately loud here in the right hand. The left hand goes soft. Okay, and the last line is loud like you were at the beginning. Speed, well, it's a dance. So briskly or brightly or have fun with it. That's my brightly. Your brightly could be a little slower than that if you wanted. It's okay. It needs to be accurate and well controlled and everything. Let's play it together slowly to double check all the notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I will do the staccatos and I'll try and do the accents. So I'll give us 4 counts. Now let's just play it. Make sure you're playing the same note I'm playing to make sure you have, even one hand at a time if you have to. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 2, 3, rest. 2, 3, rest. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.